Former European super middleweight champion Lerrone Richards takes on Ecuador's very dangerous and highly rated Carlos Gongora.
First round of a scheduled 12. At stake, the IBO super middleweight title. It's the lesser known, lesser ranked of the belts available at world title level. And Carlos Gongora, in his 20-fight professional career so far, has had 15 of those finish inside the distance. A clash of southpaws, and Lerrone Richards in his professional career has yet to face a southpaw, whereas Gongora in the blue and white trunks has faced half a dozen of them in those 20 fights in his professional career, which is 6.5 years old.
Very good fighter, Gongora. He's aggressive if you allow him to be. I feel Richards will have to gain his respect, have to try and land something of note. I like where he's positioned in the ring. Richards not getting backed up, holding the centre of the ring. Gonna have to be busy behind the jab, not greedy, but he's gonna have to let his shots go in 2s and 3s, move back to the centre. That's good movement from Richards. Gongora, if you allow him to set the pace, he will.
These are the moments that arrive in fighters' careers, and the opportunities have to be taken. It's a huge night, potentially, in the transition for Richards to move from European level and the title he won last time around onto the global scene, to make an impact on the global scene in a division which has produced so much success down the years, the super middleweight division for British fighters.
Yeah, still early days, but this really would be a huge scalp for Richard, who lets 4 shots go there. Gongora winning the title against Akhmedov showed real toughness and spite and a bit of everything, and finished the job in tremendous fashion. Just struggling at the minute to close the gap. Just credit to Richards, really smooth with his footwork. Again, just missing with that lead right uppercut.
And we can see from the graphic there how close it is, how evenly contested this fight is as we head to the halfway stage of the 3rd round. Both men trying to establish that right-hand jab. Again, Richards flicks it to the body, burying it time and again.
Better work from Gongora there, bringing his feet in. Missing with the last shot, back comes Richards.
Good footwork from Richards, turned his man on the ropes and made him miss on the ropes also. Saw those shots coming.
Agree with Tony there, he's controlling the distance really well. Lerrone Richards, every time he's backed up from Gongora, he moves back to the centre of the ring. He's always allowing space behind him. But when you've got someone who carries the power that Gongora does, you've got the option to move out of range, as you see there. So there's a case now, Gongora, to do exactly what he's doing now. He's got to close that gap and let the big shots go. This is the opportunity. He's got to start hitting anything he can. Round the side, round the back of the head. I don't think he'll mind it if the ref's warning him, as long as he can try and put some sort of dent in Richards. Good jab, lovely stiff jab from Richards there.
And it came after one to the body as well. That variation of that right hand has been so impressive from Richards. He knew he had to step up tonight, and so far he's been doing just that with a minute to go in round number 5. It's turning into a very polished performance so far, but although he left himself open to that short right hand at the end of that exchange. Richards in the B colour trunks. He says he loves bees and resonates with the famous quote of Muhammad Ali: float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. And it's the punches of Lerrone Richards so far, if not stinging, certainly have been the most effective over the course of the first 8 rounds. How now can Gongora respond? He has come from behind before, but not against such an elusive opponent as Richards.
Got to be a bit more cute than that, Gongora, loading up with the left hand. He's got to set the traps. Like I said before, work that jab to the body, then come upstairs with the left hand. Good right hook, followed by a left. This is better work from the Ecuadorian. Doesn't need to be holding his feet here, Richards.
And that was a good spell for Gongora. 4 and 5 heavy shots landed in quick succession. Richards, to his credit, has taken them well.
Big right hook.
into the second minute then of the 11th round. A brilliant performance so far from Lerrone Richards. He needed the best performance of his career, and so far he has produced it. What can Gongora find over the course of the final 4.5 minutes of the contest? He found it in the last round a year ago, but as we've been saying throughout the contest, this is a very different proposition as Richards tries to rein in another one of those overhand lefts onto the jaw of Gongora.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, there's no doubt Richards is winning this. Gongora's letting his shots go, but falling short with a lot of them. It's been the jab that I've been impressed with from Lerrone Richards. This is better on the front foot from Gongora, pushing forward, but not really landed too much. It was a nice lead right uppercut went in. He's just got to let the shots go. More 2s, 3s and 4s and go again, but he's just not allowing him. Richards, he's moving so much. Having more success, though, I will say, in this round, Gongora.
Just blood now trickling from the bottom lip of Gongora, who's taken another one of those right-hand jabs that have been so successful, so often for Lerrone Richards. And Darren was saying earlier on how he boxed for the Repton Amateur Boxing Club in East London as an amateur, having started out at Kingston Amateur Boxing Club, diagonally across London, and that's the commitment that he and his father made time and time again to making himself a better fighter. And that sort of commitment he's taken into his professional career as well, uprooting from the family in London to join Dave Coldwell in Rotherham, making the sacrifices that build towards performances like the one that we've seen here tonight. Can he close it out now in the final minute of the final round?
Landed a good left hand there, he took it well. Gongora walked straight onto it. Gongora letting some shots go inside now, but he's really got to bite down on his gum shield.
Last half a minute then for Lerrone Richards in this ring. Last time around he won the European title. Let that go because he wanted to move on and make an impact on the global scene against Carlos Gongora, the man who was the odds-on favourite coming in here this evening, and most people at ringside, I feel, will believe that Lerrone Richards has done enough here in the final few seconds. He's been composed and he's been clinical for so much of the contest. Gongora thinks he's done enough. Does he really, inside, believe he's done enough at the end of 12 fascinating rounds?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing here in Manchester, we go to the judges' scorecards. Howard Foster, 115, 113, Richards. Justino Di Giovanni, 116, 112, Gongora. And Judge Olena Povivailo scores this bout 115 to 113 for your winner by split decision. And the new IBO Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Lerrone Sniper the Boss Richards.